I want to get good at like really weird things that like you never see being used. So like using that.
Dude.
And like hitting to the throat that way.
Very Jackie Chan.
Yeah, I love that.
Don't mess with me again.
They're smart. They know that they should run. I really love Krav Maga. I don't like it as a martial arts per se because it's so simple, but Krav Maga was designed by the Israelis to teach thousands of people how to be effective very quickly. So everybody in Israel, they all have to join the military and they have to do 2 to 4 years of military as soon as they turn 18, men and women.
But it's like the most effective way, basically, to kill someone.
It's the simplest, easiest way for anybody to learn. The skill caliber and skill level are very limited. So you're only going to be able to maximize the techniques at a certain point, and that's where the art starts to fail. But is it effective? Is it simple? Absolutely.
Do you think that martial arts is well depicted in video games? Like it's accurate?
There is a certain level of philosophy that's really required to understand how to be this well-rounded artist using our combat. Has that been depicted in video games? Not to the philosophical level, but fighting and combat, absolutely.
Some are more fantastical, like Mortal Kombat. You see a lot of like special effects, crazy, fatalities and things like that. So it's super cinematic. Depending on the game, there's techniques that are accurately depicted as martial arts. I say, for example, like spinning hook kicks or side kicks or jump side kicks. As far as like being traditional, definitely not.
What does it even mean to be a martial artist? There are so many different fields in the martial arts. Sports is totally the world that you've come from, where it's like a competitive field. You have a stage, like you're more of a gladiator mindset where you're competing for something, right? But I mean, even in learning how to be on stage and fight or compete forms is traditional practice of your spirit. You have to have a phenomenal spirit, extremely high mental fortitude,
And discipline.
discipline, emotional discipline as well.
Integrity too.
All of it. I've always believed that when you're fighting, when you're sparring, when you're put in an uncomfortable position, everything that are your weaknesses, are your demons, will come out and confront you in combat. Being on set continuously tests myself, but that's where it becomes the artistic route, is finding a way to self-express your movements and your emotions through combat, through film. Finding those elements and having the discipline to do them is the beauty of martial arts, in my opinion.
Absolutely. A big part is learning when to use it, right? That was like one of the first things we ever learned when I first started, was like, only use it for self-defense. And that was like one thing that they were like, if you ever use it to like bully someone, then they would take your belt away.
My experience being a martial artist and traveling the world and learning from many masters of different religions has been life-changing for me. We forget that a lot of martial arts stems from Buddhism teachings and Hinduism. In between that, I've also trained in Jakarta, and everybody's Muslim. So I'm learning martial arts through a religious perspective of what it means to also be Muslim. It's about a lot of love and respect. There's a saying in martial arts that you always want to have a white belt state of mind, but black belt skill. We always maintain the integrity of our skill, but we're constantly learning from every which way.
Improving, yeah.
So
Open.
I don't think you really learn that from football. Nothing wrong with football.
Another misconception, which I get asked a lot, is like, dude, do you think you can kick this person's or like that person's? And I always try to break it down for people. Like, that's not what martial arts is about.
I'm a nice guy. I would never hit him.
Like the perseverance, the discipline, the determination to be able to get to the level that we've trained. Like sometimes you're sitting there practicing like a side kick like 100 times every day. It can be grueling, but when you finally land that kick for the first time, you're like, oh!
The martial arts has two really interesting sides if you're trying to grow into the martial arts and you're learning, from what I've seen, is you have the kid that has zero self-confidence, that is literally peeing himself in front of people, that can't get on a stage.
Looks like the pathetic, whiny kid who couldn't get his own apples is long gone.
And it's teaching him how to have the confidence, how to have the discipline to go through those things, or even how to lose. I was the other kid. I liked fighting too much. I had too much anger. I liked beating out of people. From that intense energy that I have inside me, that fire, you're gonna burn other people around you. You're disrespectful. A man's biggest weakness is his ego. You have to make sure that you keep that in check. There's nothing like the martial arts to help grow or bring that back down.
Yeah!
What made me start learning martial arts was my parents forced me to. And my dad was like, no, we're going to Toys R Us. I'm like, okay, because there's no way you can get me in the car if we're going to Toys R Us. We're not going. Get in. We didn't go to Toys R Us. We went to karate school. And like I was like forced into it. Like I did not want to do it. I hated it for such a long time. And now it's my passion.
I started learning martial arts because I grew up watching like old kung fu movies, Power Rangers,
you were like...
Ninja Turtles. I was obsessed with like martial arts. We used to go to this Chuck E. Cheese's that my parents used to take me right next to a karate school. I'd peek in and be like, oh my God.
Really?
Awesome. My dad signed me up for an intro class and the rest is history.
Damn, you've always wanted to do it.
I've always wanted to do it.
Why would I want to do jumping jacks? The hell?
It was so awesome. I mean, I think it was the first time too seeing like in a kung fu movie like a really bad female character. And I was like, that. I want that.
So for me, my problem as a child was I don't like authority. And to this day, I still have a problem with it. Ew. I would have been in jail if it wasn't for martial arts. I'm not even joking. I'd be like such a criminal if it wasn't for martial arts.
Such a criminal.
God damn it.
What accessories or weapons have we used?
Yeah, weapons, I understand. You were like, what the hell is accessories mean?
Like a choker? Like, wait, I don't get it.
I've beat the Ted with the jacket. What, am I supposed to take off my watch and use my watch to beat the other person?
Depends how expensive your watch is.
Buy cheap watches only to fight with.
You're really good with knives and collie sticks. My primary weapon that I competed with many, many years was nunchucks. So that's kind of what I'm known for. I've also had, you know, some training in bow staff, and katana, kamas, kind of like the hard style weapons I've used.
I've been using the 3-section bow staff recently.
That's cool.
I've hit myself in the face.
Because that's like a soft style weapon.
It didn't feel soft hitting myself in the face. I want to get good at like really weird things that like you never see being used. So like using that and like hitting to the throat that way.
Very Jackie Chan.
Yeah, I love that.
Don't mess with me again.
Next question.
Totally. I gotta rep my girl. Getting to play her was so awesome, but like getting to watch the action design in these video games, I'm like, oh, I need to learn that move. Ooh, I gotta try that. You know what I mean? So I like watching her movements, only because it's so relatable as far as like my skill set.
They knew you right away. They knew, yeah.
Chunners all the way.
For me, it'd be Pokemon. I would love to do Pokemon. Okay, so for those of you guys that don't know, it's all about math and stats. And then I took it even further, and then I started becoming a Pokemon breeder. I'm disgusting. I'd make them go to the daycare, and I'd crossbreed Pokemon to make sure that they learn different moves that they weren't supposed to learn at an early age. And then you manipulate their statistics. I love Pokemon. It's just a math game.
You're so cool, dude.
I don't know if that's cool.
What is the fastest way to break a person's leg?
I personally love Muay Thai, those low rounds. If you develop enough power and practice, just low round, break the femur in half. It's brutal, or even the shin bone. The shin's easier to break, but breaking the femur, you're done.
I used to have a Vietnamese name, and the kids used to always make fun of me. Growing up in Virginia, it wasn't very common.
Dude, kids suck. What the hell?
Yeah, so I didn't even speak English. So that was actually really powerful for me to be able to learn something, and just be able to like immerse myself in movement.
I've always said that martial arts transcends gender, religion, ethnicity.
Absolutely.
People understand love and war.
And respect, honor.
Some people don't understand that.
What's most valuable to me is probably the perseverance. Falling and getting back up again. Being
humble, being respectful. I have different issues than Gemma. Getting hit in the unmentionables. It's a funny word.
Luckily for me, my unmentionables are inside. So, I mean, I have gotten hit there before and it does sting. Not gonna lie.
Hurt.
It hurts. I'm not saying it doesn't hurt.
Okay.
But I'm saying out of the 3, I would probably say like bailing on a flip. At least when you get hit or something, it's like, okay, the pain's there, but it goes away. You don't have like a fear of doing it again. If you bail or fall on a flip, get up and do it again. The longer you wait, like the more fear builds, the more anxiety you have about throwing it again.
Hey man, there's nothing like an angry woman trying to kick you in the balls, so I'm picking that one. Next question. God damn, I get that question all the time. Personally, I would say probably 10 years in is when I started to feel like I was becoming more of a martial artist. My dad always said, getting your black belt just means that you understand the basics. And it's like, welcome to the club. Now you're really starting your journey.
Everyone's different. Everyone's skill level is going to be different. Everyone's absorption is going to be different, you know, as far as like...
Some people are just stupid. That's kind of what you just said.
No, I mean,
I'm joking.
I will never feel like I'm 100% know any martial art. There's constant learning, constant improving. But I agree with Noah, probably somewhere upwards of like 10 years to really hone your skill, to understand physically but also mentally what it means to be a martial artist.
It really comes down to your teacher at the end of the day. How great of a teacher do you really have?
That's what you seek. Inside, you will find.
If a game company asked for them to be the model on any game, which one would they like to work in?
Metal Gear Solid. I want to be Snake. Hands down. That's it. You already got Chun Li. You're on your way through the video game career.
Okay, I mean, aside from Chun Li, would probably be Kirby. Mortal Kombat is sick. I would definitely want to model on that.
Realistic.
Probably, what's that one, Sleeping Dogs?
Yeah, but they were doing the jump kicks and stuff. That's not super. I mean, I
yeah.
would try it, but I'm like the 001% psychopath.
And obviously all the Call of Duty stuff, right? That's like tactical though.
I'm gonna say Metal Gear Solid once again. I love it. How heartbroken was Yoshi when Mario threw him away for an extra jump? How heartbroken was he, Gemma?
Super sad.
You
If
were
I was
sad?
Yoshi, I'd be so heartbroken. Dude, that's like his pet, you know what I mean? I have a little wiener dog, and I could never imagine like
No,
using my wiener
that
dog
wiener dog
to
would
get
sacrifice for you.
mad ups.
No, he would sacrifice for you. Be like, Gemma, I understand. We need to make you grow.
Never, never. So what do you think? Do you think martial arts well
You can't
depicted?
flip the question on me, Gemma. I just
Wait.
asked you the question. You
Wait, the
flipped
martial
it.
arts are, well, I'm trying to reword it. This one's gonna be fun to say. Gianfranco El Chicapu.
Wow, that was really good. Holy.